here today to greet you in the morning from Canada. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. First, I would like to thank Pi Revolution community leader, Mr. Woody, who presided over the conference. I would also like to thank all the eco-business guests participated in the conference for the success of Pi. My today's meeting topic is why do Pi eco-merchants need $314,159 to start bartering? Before I present my analysis, I introduce myself first. My name is Doris Yin, graduated from Canada Concordia University, bachelor's degree, major accounting and minor finance. I also hold another degree in economics from Anhui University of Finance and Economics. I was USA Certified Public Accountant before, and now I'm USA Internal Revenue Service Authorized Tax Resolution Specialist Enrolled Agent. Work remotely for a USA tax debt firm. I lived in the United States, California 11 years, and lived in Canada, Quebec, and Ontario total 11 years. I started mining Pi from October 2019 and almost 1,000 days. Today, I'm thrilled that you can take the time out of your busy schedule to meet again at Space Meeting to discuss the price of eco-barter. This is a question that all pioneers, merchants, and the core team are very concerned about at the present. First, because it determines whether the project is successful. Second, it is related to whether the faith of tens of millions of pioneers for 3 years can finally be realized and then achieve wealth freedom. And third, it is related to whether the merchant can accept his price and how much profit space can be generated at the same time. And it also determines how many businesses can be attracted in the future and whether Pi can be realized as global trade settlement currency. Today, we have cordially invited 11 merchants from China, Nigeria, the United States, Philippines to share why they are willing to come to the Pi network ecosystem to empower them, why they are willing to accept the price of $314,159. They come from different countries in different industries. We will introduce them soon and will listen why they will accept this price. At present, the global economic situation is not optimistic, and all countries in the world are in a stagflation. In economics, stagflation or recession inflation is when the inflation rate is high, the economic growth rate slows, and unemployment remains steadily high. It presents economic policy dilemma since actions intended to lower inflation may exacerbate unemployment. Everyone knows that since the outbreak of COVID-19 epidemics began in early 2020, the United States and Canada have been issuing economic impact payment for more than 1 year, resulting in more and more paper money in the market. At the same time, there is insufficient supply of materials. In the face of soaring prices, the United Fed must raise interest rates to control the price, and this will undoubtedly increase the operating and borrowing costs of business owners, resulting in large-scale layoffs for business owners. For example, Tesla has 100,000 employees and laid off 10,000 of its senior employees, which many people cannot afford a mortgage, can only let the bank foreclose the house to sell at no price. Since March this year, the United States and Canada has experienced a drop of real estate sales prices. The supply of building materials and food has shrunk significantly. The same as the car sales have also been seriously affected. The backlog of these high prices of property is big. With the outbreak of the Russian-Ukrainian war resulting in energy shortage in European countries, Russia and Ukraine are the main exporters of many basic raw materials worldwide. As a result, many people cannot afford the daily living expense. In this economic situation, business and service industries are struggling for sale because material price increase, the cost increase, but increasing of employment make people cannot afford to buy. So if eco-merchants join Pi network participate in barter, it can obviously solve the crisis of this weak market, and real estate, cars, commodities, daily necessities, tourism, and hotel service industries will be driven. As a accountant, I know that customers do not pay immediately. They all need 15 days to 1 month to pay. If you ask immediately payment in cash, you normally have to give a discount. And if some companies do not pay for 3 months when they are due, they have to find a collection company or collector to ask for payment. This will increase the cost of doing business, and vendors will take about 10 to 20% of the revenue as announced for a doubtful account, because this bad debt loss often occurs. So the company has to write off the bad debt reserves. So if vendors use Pi as a payment, it will make the flow of funds smooth. The cost is reduced by at least 30% if it is an international trade settlement, which can save at least 10 to 15% of the bank service fees, and the payment will be in second to their account. That is to say, not only bring more high-quality consumers goods with purchasing power, but also does not require advertising cost and can save at least 20 to 30% of operating expenses. Isn't this a good thing that all business want? Especially in the current economic situation, the economies of various countries are sluggish, and Pi is undoubtedly a timely rent. Above, I analyze in detail the merchant acceptance Pi as a payment will bring unexpected cost reduction and increased sales to get more profit solutions. But what exactly price is the most beneficial to the merchant? I think this is the question that all pioneers and merchants are very concerned about. Probably you will think 314,159 price is ridiculous. So let's analyze it from both macro and micro perspectives. First of all, merchants must want Pi network to run in the long term, right? This is critical. If merchants chase short-term profit, they probably wish the price to be low so that they can get more Pi and sell when it is on exchange market. However, I don't think this planning can work well. Why? Because this means the enclosed network economy is not on maturity as provide paper. So you, as a merchant, probably will hold Pi a long time, and you cannot sell on exchange market. This is a big risk for you as a merchant. Think about it. Yes, if bartering price is 1,000 or 6,700, it still has the possibility to be hyped. We don't need a second Bitcoin. The born of Pi is not to be hyped in exchange market. So from my understanding, the design of Pi network closed-mainnet is to prevent second Bitcoins happen, which means you as a merchant can hold a lot of Pi but cannot exchange to fiat currency as you expected. But if the price is 314,159, that means your hand of Pi can be exchanged to fiat currency very soon if you need cash. And the time period will only same as your account receivable, maximum 3 months. So it is necessary to think about price from a long-term perspective and height. Then you need to understand the mission and the vision of Pi. Pi will be a currency for and by the people, the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer marketplace is fueled by Pi, the world's most widely used cryptocurrency. The future of Pi is to assume the responsibility of the world's circulation currency, especially the need to achieve peer-to-peer transactions, including daily life and international trade settlement. According to the data of the Bank for International Settlement a few days ago, the average daily trading volume of the international foreign exchange market is 6 to 11 trillion US dollars. If it is calculated according to $1,000 per Pi, it needs 6 to 11 billion Pi. If it takes about $10,000 price, it needs 60 million to 110 million Pi. If it is $340,159, it needs 98,609 to 35,014,117 Pi. Therefore, the starting barter price of Pi needs to be raised by at least $314,159. I know there have some transactions will be multiplied, counted, if the same funds has been transferred many times in one day, but even 30% to 50% of the volume still need 10 million Pi one day to circulate when the price is 314,159. So maybe you have the question, can Pi be the world's circulating currency? Whether it can be a world currency in circulation, as stated in the project white paper, my analysis is as follows. First, general acceptance must be acceptable to many people. Second, the value base or credit base. Everyone knows that Pi itself has very high value. That value comes from Web 3.0. Third, stability. We have the first to quantify it already. Now, today, the reason we are high is to make sure it is stable currency. So how to make the Pi stable? If the price is now 100, 1,000 or 10,000 stable, since Pi will eventually have to remove the firewall and be listed on exchange, will 100, 1,000 or 10,000 attract capital to Pi? You see that Bitcoin is a good example, and $60,000 was also brought to hype. So does Pi need a price higher than the top of Bitcoins to be safe? If it is lower than Bitcoins, the consequence is, first, Pi cannot do foreign exchange transactions, and the second is that there is instability. So how to avoid? My answer is all merchants support 314,159 price can avoid it happen. Why we choose these Pi numbers? Because this number represent universe power and energy and infinite life. We can find core team like these numbers, right? The source code is this number. So for this number, either 31,450 or 3,141,592. We agree 6 digits, that is 340,159, is more reflect Pi current value. It brings prosperous and peace. The higher or low price of Pi will not have impact on the total income for merchants. Only the number of coins pass through the hands of the merchant different. Furthermore, because the start point of this high coin price rises steadily, in addition to earning the profit of the difference in price, it also earns the profit of the appreciation of the currency. This appreciation is consistent and stable, so it's good for long-term investment. As per above analysis, I think that all merchants and pioneers will definitely agree with this price. At this point, I would like to say that the project side, the merchant, the pioneer, and the ecology are the most perfect 3 win-win relationship. Lao De Jing once said, "Lao born 1, 1 born 2, 2 born 3, 3 born of all universe things." It can be used to describe Pi Network. The emergence of Pi Network when our pioneers every day unite to get precious Pi coin. Precious Pi coins and Pi Network attract merchants to settle in and form a great Pi empire. This empire has citizens are our pioneers and miners. There are various government agencies and companies, merchants. Everyone is using this Pi coin. So the Pi empire will transcend the country beyond the race, beyond the language, beyond the religion, beyond the gap between rich and poor. That is, the super sovereign currency will come out to the world. It will make the world as one. There will be no wars, no financial crisis. The current international political and economic situation is not optimistic. Especially now, there is a very similar period of stagnation in 1970s for 12 years in the United States. The only solution in this situation is to drive economic growth through Pi Network, thereby reducing unemployment, digesting the large number of dollars printed in the market. Dr. Nicholas said, every pioneer will achieve a great achievement. The future of Pi coin is very scarce and precious. It's this ideal world that we all dream of. Now we are so lucky that we know it will be realized because of the Pi, but we need all pioneers and merchants work together, united together to reach the goal. Pi is a fight, and consensus price is the weapon. I like this was from Woody, that all our merchants, pioneers, all united together to call to the world. One Pi price is $314,159 US. Only this price can guarantee Pi Network success for long term. This is my today's speech. Thank you so much for listening.